You can think about it.
Good morning, everyone. It's 9 a.m. I'd like to welcome everybody to the May 2nd of the 2022 work session of the Limestone County Commission. Ellen, do we have any public comment?
We do. Andy Hampton.
Andy, if you don't mind, step right here to the microphone, please.
I'll talk a little loud so I'm not going to stand too close to this. Can
Okay.
everybody hear me?
I'll work for you. Go ahead.
So my name is Andy Hampton. I work for Centos. I'm actually the service supervisor. Robert Long, he's part of my leadership team. He's a service manager. So we just want to bring something to y'all so we can kind of get everybody in the room and talk to y'all at one time. He prepared a speech for me because I wasn't supposed to come, but unfortunately he had something personal come up. So we have serviced y'all for over 10 years. Currently we have a service agreement through the dates of 9/18/25 that the exclusive rental of uniforms and other dust items. A month ago we heard rumors that the county commission was making a change to UniFirst. This was a big shock to us because Kevin Bright and Centos was not made aware of any issues that the commissions were having. Now, if there's any request to change colors, styles, people need, like, they're missing something, or they've lost something, or whatever, we'll be glad to take care of that. We can take care of it pretty easily. We just need to be made aware of it. Obviously, if you have guys who are short stuff, that are just missing things, or garments are worn out, just make Bright aware of it, and we'll make those changes happen. Also, I just want to make y'all aware that any attempt to, any attempt to go with another uniform supplier during this agreement without us having the chance to fix specific issues would be a breach of this agreement. So if y'all have any questions, they need to be communicated to me, Robert Long, or Kevin Bright, the driver. I also just want to make it aware that, we appreciate y'all. Our businesses in Limestone County, we have over 200 plus employees with over, half of them being Limestone County voters. So it matters to us, here. We consume a lot of water. We do a lot of, it's important to us. We've been with y'all for 10 years. And so we just want to make sure this stuff gets fixed because we don't want to go anywhere.
All right. Anybody have any questions for Randy? All right. Well, thank you, sir.
All right, guys, do you care if I give, I don't know if any people have my business card. I got everybody here.
Yeah, hand us all one. Yeah, that's great.
Sorry,
That'd be
guys.
great. Yeah, contact information is always good.
Yeah, man.
Just leave one sitting right here for he'll be in here in a
I
minute.
appreciate y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hampton.
Thank you.
Because we've had a lot of issues and tried to take care of it, but obviously, like I said, it was, we didn't have any contact with anybody but the driver, and they weren't taken care of.
Well, just give me a call. I got you, bro. I appreciate y'all, guys.
Thank
Y'all
you.
blessed day.
Thank you, sir. All right, any more public comment?
No more further comments.
All right. Well, on here for the agenda today, we have approve of minutes from April 18th, 2022. Any going to be any discussion with any of the minutes? All right, then we got approved claims, the amount of $878,380.46. Any discussion with any of the claim we got coming for us? All right, then resolutions and orders. First on here will be to approve a memorandum of understanding between Limestone County Commission and the town of Ardmore regarding debris removal and monitoring service. Any discussion with that?
What is that, Mark?
This is essentially allows Ardmore to utilize the ACCA contract, the joint bid contract, in case of a natural disaster. The ACCA bid, the joint bid, is only 4 counties, but has a provision in there that if mutual agreement is made between the city and the county, that they can utilize that bid. So this just opens it up to where they have that ability as long as that contract's in place. So.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was just, I was going to clarify all that a minute, just for, like, if we have a disaster. So.
Okay.
Any more discussion with that? All right, and the second one on here is to approve a resolution regarding the sale of real property located in the Elm Industrial Park to MMJ Associates LLC. And as most of y'all are aware, we had sold some property to Gregory Industries, and Gregory, this is the people that's of Gregory Industries. This is the name of their business. They're just fixing up the paperwork to where to be MMJ instead of Gregory Industries. So this is something we've already approved. It's just changing the name of the landowner. Any discussion with that? All right, no discussion with that. On the contracts, agreements, and grants, First one on here be to approve an authorization service agreement with Goodman Air Conditioning and Heating. This agreement allows Steve Ursery to be an approved service in order for Limestone County to receive reimbursements for damage to equipment that is under warranty. This is just to prove that for Steve to be the service guy for him. Any discussion with that? All right, the second thing on here, and I guess this may be a question for Drew here in a second. This be to approve, issue a notice of termination of contract with Centos for the uniforms and mat service. And the Centos gentleman just came in and spoke to us. Do you have anything on that, Drew? Or do y'all want to take it off till next meeting, or what do we need to do there?
I've just received a copy of the full agreement, and I'm reviewing that, so I prefer if we delayed that
Okay.
to the next meeting.
Okay.
All right. That'll be just to clear up on this. So we're going to strike number 2 off. It will not be on the meeting. So, any other discussion with it? Good morning, Mr. Black.
Good morning.
Moving on, we have no budget revisions, no emergency purchases, no board appointments, award of bids. First one on them here will be to terminate the service immediately for the current vendors awarded for bids. It'll be 2783, 2784, and 2785, awarded on March the 21st, 2022, due to insignificant service performance. And what this is where we had bidded out the senior centers. One guy bid and got one of them, and one guy bid and got 3, and he has not fulfilled his end of the contracts on it. And we've actually sent some guys out once to cut some of it and all. So this is just terminating. And I'll just go and read the second one here. And the second one will be to award those 3 bids to Aaron Literal. That's it's an North Alabama curb appeal, effective immediately. So the guy that's got the one at East Limestone is going to pick the other 3 up. He was the second backup bidder anyways when we bid them. So any discussion with either one of those? And I know the 3 bids that were terminated is the one at Owens, Good Springs, and Tanner, and he's got the East Center already. So it'll be just pick up those 3. Any discussion with either one of those bids situations? Personnel action, we have none today. So merit increases, we have several listed below. Does anybody have any discussion with anybody on the merit increase? Guess everybody's silent, so everybody's okay with everybody. So at this point, engineer, Mr. Massey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have 2 subdivisions for your consideration today. One, Jones Spring, Phase 3. This is a major for preliminary approval, creating 57 new lots and 1 tract. And this is in District 2. This is west side of Jones Road, approximately 900 feet north of Pepper Road. We have Marvin Littoral Acres subdivision. This is a replat of tracts 12 and 13. So it is a minor for preliminary and final, just affecting those 2 lots in District 4. This is approximately 0.1 miles north of Highway 72 on the north side of Lakeview Street. That's all I have for your consideration.
All right. Anybody got a discussion with either one of the 2 subdivisions? Anybody have any more discussion for Mark at this point?
Mark, have you heard about anything from our trucks?
I'm expecting a phone call today or tomorrow. The trucks were, a week and a half ago, half of them were on at Next Trend getting their kind of final check through. The other half were still in the body shop getting the beds put on. But they were expecting them this last week. So they did, the salesman did reach out to me and wanted to discuss the trucks and the turnover. So I'm hoping that we'll have something today or tomorrow as far as a time frame and everything as far as that turnover, how that's going to take place.
Okay.
I'll let you guys know when I know something.
And speaking on the trucks, I spoke with Mark on this the other day. Probably within, if we can get everything lined up, I think that the sale's coming up in June. Is that right?
The J.M. Wood auction, yes.
And so we'll have to kind of, between now and the next commission meeting, we'll need to figure out which direction we're going to go. We'll have to approve an agreement with them if we are going to, because I think the sale would be, so get everything lined, or whatever. Which of us, is that right?
Sure. I think we approved an agreement that we had the option between the
We do
March
have an
or
agreement on.
June sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that agreement has been approved. They were giving us like a $5,000 premium on the guarantee if we sold in March.
Well, I knew we had had that
It
conversation.
was something like that. We'll just have to look at it, but.
Well, I just want to make sure that we do need to make sure with that before, because our next meeting will probably be the last opportunity if we had to approve something. So just making sure we
Yeah,
get
we'll verify all that.
verify all that. So, any more discussion from Mark? All right, other business. I'm just going, if it's all right with y'all, the first three here are just staffing plan amendments where we went through and kind of cleaned up some stuff where we had some typos and this, that, and the other in the staffing plan. So I'll just, if it's all right with y'all in the meeting, we'll just take all three of those up in one motion to save man to keep up with all that separately. But they're all dealing with it. The first one on here be under law enforcement to reflect 2 part-time deputies, which is what we approved last time. And the only thing is it's, we know we changed the pay scale and all. This is just to get it on the right pay scale. Instead of 11, it would be a 16. And the other one be under the license commissioner, reflect 6 senior tag officers instead of 5, and then it does away with a part-time tag clerk. We had done that here a while back. It just had never got situated in the staffing plan. And then the third one here will be under maintenance facility grounds to reflect a total of 14 instead of 13. That's just what those are for, because we had added an employee there here a while back, and it had never got added to the staffing plan. So anybody got any discussion with any of those items there for the staffing plan? All right, and I put my glasses on. Then that second one here, then the next thing on here we added on there, we didn't get printed on the agenda in time, but it was to approve the CASA to occupy empty office spaces located at the Community Corrections Office for a period of no more than 2 years. And if y'all remember, this is for Mr. Allen Griffin and Ms. Pike for the CASA thing. They came up and requested last commission meeting. Anybody got a discussion with that? All right, no discussion with that. And the other one is, and this is another discussion we had last time, and then Mark probably has a comment with this, but this would be to suspend our current rules and regulations for the use of only concrete pipe until we can get a bid on concrete pipe in place or something. So that's, you got any discussion with that, Mark? I know it's not what we want to do, but this is kind of a.
We don't have much of a good option here, so this would at least put rules in place to where we can go ahead and continue business. We do have a price on a high quality metal pipe as we can get. So, like I said, this would at least give us the ability to continue doing what we need to do. And
What are the longest lengths of the metal pipe? I don't have.
20-foot sections.
Okay.
So,
Is this for a year?
Well, it's just until we can get a pipe bid.
we can get one in place.
Until we can get
so
something in
once we
place.
can get a bid, once we can get a concrete pipe bid, then this would go away.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just until we can. It says can be put into place until we can get a concrete bid. So it's
Okay.
I mean, I know it's not exactly what we want to do in life, but sometimes we
I'm fixing to order some pipe.
so
Go ahead.
quick.
Yeah, we
Like-
got to.
Like as soon as the meeting's over with today. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, as far as that goes, I would suggest getting with Mark and figuring out if it's metal, plastic, whatever works. I mean, or the high quality or whatever we.
Metal is the only other option that we have a
Yeah.
bid for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be coming from Contec on utilizing the ACCA joint bid.
And I do know there's 2 or 3 different grades of metal pipe, and I would highly suggest if we're going to have to do it, let's get the best. I mean, it's no sense in putting one in that's going to last 5 or 6 years. Let's.
Well, most of mine are going to be 36 inches and larger, so I mean they'll have to be real good grade just because of the size.
They're a high gauge, and
In my head right now, I can count 7.
And
a high gauge aluminized pipe is what we got.
Yeah.
What we've got the price on.
What about our deal with that, where we're gonna get some of that funded through the ARPA money?
That's something we're still working
working on.
towards. Yeah, we've got a meeting
tomorrow at 11,
with
I think. Or 3, I think it's 3.
the ACCA staff that's kind of assisting us overseeing that. So hopefully we'll have some better ideas of how our bids can be utilized for that.
And on another note, I did reach out to Foley, and they are going to have some conversation with us, about how, in the future when they might bid again, because, like I said, there's a lot of situations I cringe about putting a metal pipe in a major collector road. I mean, I would rather put concrete and I mean, you know, our job is to be stewards of the taxpayers' money and try to do the best we can, and you want to make it last as long as you can. So Foley may reach out to us again before long with a bid. They're just trying to figure out what their market looks like too. So, any more discussion with this? And then on the next thing here, being the butcher bush was number 4 before we had those two, would be to remove the following from inventory, which is all from the sheriff's office, just a few items there. So anybody got any discussion with that? And we have no scheduled public hearing, and this time the report of officers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Salmon.
I just, I'd like to congratulate Ms. Terry Richardson. RC&D had given her a grant to do the work up here on the alley work, and she got actually national recognition out of it last week. So it's a good thing for our area. Good to see actual grant money going to work like that. So I just wanted to congratulate her. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Samick, Commissioner Barksdale,
I don't have it.
Commissioner Black,
I don't have anything.
Commissioner Townsend.
I don't have anything.
We all awful quiet today. Before you came in, Commissioner Black, this gentleman right here came in and spoke with Centosh, and I was just going to clear it up with the work session. And Drew wanted to look over the contract a little bit, which is, we took that off the suspension of the other one until next commission meeting.
All right.
And like I said, one thing I want to mention here, I've had a few people reach out to me about pressure washing of the courthouse and the steps and all, and I wanted to, y'all gentlemen's gracious, I'm going to see about getting some bids and prices, because we have to get somebody with a lift and somebody who's insured to do that. So
I know we had it done once before, and it had to be someone that it wasn't abrasive, because it would cut the, if somebody just bid out they could do it, it would cut whatever the material is in between there that holds them together. I don't know if it's caulking or cement or something, so.
I know a few years ago, we have washed the steps a time or two, the employees have, since I've been here and all, but, I know we've got to where we're having a lot of venues on the square, and I know that, like this weekend, I came up here. We had an awesome crowd up here on Friday night. We had a Saturday car show and all, and had several people reach out, about washing the courthouse and the steps and things like that. And I'm gonna get a couple of just ideas of what it would cost and go from there. And I want to, thank Terry and all of the group and Blake and everybody and Michelle and all that worked so hard to make all of these events happen up on the square. Like I said, Friday After 5 was a huge success, had a large crowd, and I know all the businesses around town were highly appreciative of it. And, Terry does an awesome job, like you said, and this Tuesday starts their farmers market. They, go run the farmers market, so they will be opening the farm. And we actually got an RC&D grant down there to redo the bathrooms, and that was something else RC&D got. She had applied for and helped get through that. So I want to thank everybody for being here today, and something else too, the home builders, this meeting is coming up Tuesday, and they've invited all of us to come out at 11. Mark will be speaking, and I told Thursday, I want to say Tuesday. On Thursday, and I told them that I would formally invite all of y'all to come out to that, this out behind Staples there. So thank everybody, and we will recess until 10 a.m.